All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network as Park City wins the opening faceoff, but the ball is loose. I'm Scott Kellner in the booth, joined by Brian Brown. How you doing today, Brian?
Happy to be here, Scott. It's a great day in Park City. Excited for a phenomenal matchup here with the Miners and the Chargers.
Chargers maintain possession at the moment. The Chargers on the season are 11-2 overall. They're 5-0 in region, with their only two losses coming to Cherry Creek, 14-5, and Olympus, 14-7. This is a non-regional matchup. The Chargers are in the 6A bracket. The Miners are in the 5A bracket, but both teams are top teams in both of their respective regions. So we're excited to have this featured as our game of the week. Thank you again all for joining us. Number 7 for the Chargers, Dawson Anderson.
From the
Chargers doing a good job moving the ball around.
I was about to say that same thing. That's a big part of their offense. They really want to work the ball and get those good shots. They're a very precise team.
This is Blake Frankowiak, one of the guys. Ooh, nice shot and finish there by Frankowiak. I was just about to mention one of the leading point scorers for this Chargers team, Blake Frankowiak. 56 goals on the season and 39 assists.
Hey, you see Frankowiak, like you said, one of the best players on this Corner Canyon squad, one of the best goal scorers in the state. You see why. Just a rocket shot there. Gets the early goal. Park City, a little shell-shocked by that one. We got a great crowd here tonight. We'll see how they respond. You mentioned earlier we weren't broadcasting yet, but you were telling me about how great Park City is in the face-off game. We'll see how that plays in their favor here.
Lining up for the face-off X is number 1, Jacob Osborne, taking the face-off wing for Park City on the bottom of your screen. Ball's picked up by the Chargers. That was number 26 with the ground ball. Samuel Gold. Now it's in the stick of number 2, Jack McHenry. The starting defense for the Chargers are a very strong three, so it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic attack of Park City can attack the Chargers' defense, although the Chargers are on offense right now. Some of the other guys you want to keep an eye out for on the Chargers team. Jacob Osborne, number 1, has 50 points on the season. This is number 4 right now at the ball, Porter Wells. Now in the stick of number 20.
Yeah, Osborne, the midfielder, currently committed to Utah. Also on the midseason All-America watch list. A lot of talent for this Corner Canyon team. See, they're good defense from the Miners, able to get the possession back, though.
Yeah, Corner Canyon turned that ball over. Park City will be on the clear. That's number 1, Jacob Osborne on the clear. Chargers doing a good job on the drop-back ride, forcing him to throw the ball back to his defender. Now they're running the clear is the goalie, A.J. Silanoff. And they get the ball over the midfield line. And the stick of Jacob Osborne.
Like you mentioned, this Corner Canyon defense, one of the best in the state, led there by Jack Baird. Phenomenal long stick defender, very aggressive. You'll see him trying to push the ball a lot when they're able to create turnovers.
This is really our first look at a settled 6-on-6 offense here for Park City. Chase Byer, the leading point scorer for Park City, 50 goals and 29 assists on the season.
You can see how aggressive Corner Canyon is defensively. For a team that likes to attack like Park City, it's going to take some time to adjust to that.
That pass was off the stick of number 4, Beckett Wolf, and the Chargers are going the other way. That's number 27 on the clear. Tanner Adamson throws it down to his attackman, Frankowiak. Frankowiak guarded by number 7, Garrett Herbert. Good defense by Garrett. Frankowiak will pull it out. They'll look to sub on some of their offensive players. It's number 7 coming in from the midfield line, Garrett Herbert. Or excuse me, Dawson Anderson.
You see that Corner Canyon offense, they really want to work the ball over to Frankowiak as much as possible. He is their spark offensively.
Early slide there from Park City, and corner. That was number 7 with the goal, Dawson Anderson.
Great job by Anderson to find the open spot. Even better job there by Frankowiak on the assist. Finds his teammate right in front of the goal. You and I both know that's a tough shot for the goalie to stop anytime you can get that close.
And I think Park City's going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. Thank you for tuning in to KSL Rewind Sports Network. Okay, we're back after the Miners timeout following the goal there by number 7 for Corner Canyon, Dawson Anderson. Brian and I were just talking about how the Miners are likely to slide hard and early to Frankowiak, so his teammates need to be ready and in position to receive the ball and capitalize like Dawson Anderson did there, lining up for the faceoff now. That's number 13 taking the faceoff for Park City, Landon Fleming. And the Chargers will have the possession after the timeout.
Possession definitely favoring the Chargers early on in this matchup. And if you're Park City, that has to be a little bit of a concern early on. Maybe part of the reason why they called that timeout, because Corner Canyon is so strong defensively, you do not want to continue to give them possession.
Frankowiak now looks inside. Nice shot by number 20, Kaisa Muramoto. And a great save by A.J. Selinoff.
Muramoto, another one of those sharp shooters for Corner Canyon, but a great save there by the goalie. As Park City's struggling to clear a little bit here.
Oh, nice takeaway there by number 1, Jacob Osborne. Oh, and that was a failure to advance. So you only have 20 seconds to get the ball over the midfield line on a clear after a shot, and Park City failed to do that, so it will become Chargers ball. Chargers doing a great job of dropping back in their zone ride and forcing the long poles to make these big passes over the field. They've gotten 2 turnovers on the ride so far. Maybe something to keep an eye on going forward, Brian.
Yeah, definitely, especially with a team like Park City that wants to attack, right? They want to get after you. They want to score goals early. You're seeing Corner Canyon using that defense to their advantage.
Ooh, nice finish there by number 20 again. Muramoto with 2 quick back-to-back goals. And the thing that's nice about the drop-back ride that Corner Canyon is doing, Park City is a really strong fast break team. They score a lot of goals off transition. They score a lot of goals off a fast break. By dropping back in that zone, it basically eliminates, those fast break opportunities.
It does, and you see Kaisen Muramoto, just what a talent he is for this Corner Canyon offense. Great shot there on goal, able to put the Chargers up 3-0 here in the first.
So number 30 taking the face-off for Park City, Carson Navarro. Lined up against number 26, Easton Danes. Easton will win the clamp out to himself. They have numbers. Easton's shot goes over the goal. It's backed up by Corner Canyon. Frankowiak will start with it. On the end line, guarded by number 7. Garrett Herbert. Chargers subbing on some of their offensive middies. Frankowiak rolls back. Looks up top. Shot by number 4, Beckett Wolf.
Wolf definitely had some extra heat on that one. Not surprisingly, 3 goals early on. You want to test your goalie's confidence right there for Corner Canyon.
Frankowiak again. Little hitch move there by Jacob Osborne. It was deflected and ended up in the stick of Frankowiak. Ball's moving across the top now. This is number 4, Porter Wells. Down to Muramoto.
Like you talked about, Scott, Park City doing a much better job of sliding and blocking off those lanes as opposed to earlier on, really making Corner Canyon work to find open lanes to get those shots on goal.
This is number 4, Porter Wells, Frankowiak. Corner doing a good job of moving the ball from side to side, trying to find a matchup they like. Oh, that was number 1, Jacob Osborne, going down the alley, left-handed. The senior.
Like you said, down the alley, goes low on the shot, bounces that one in the back of the net. Great job. Again, Corner Canyon wears you down. They just keep going and going and going. As soon as you make that little mistake, allows them that one opportunity, they capitalize. Now all of a sudden it is 4-0 here in the first quarter.
Lining up again for the faceoff for Park City's number 13, Dylan McGuire. And number 25 for Corner Canyon, Tanner Oldroyd. And Park City will get the possession. It's in the stick of Chase Byer, number 23.
Byer, another great player here in this matchup. We just haven't seen a whole lot of Park City on offense. Credit to Corner Canyon for really maintaining possession all game long.
Sometimes a great defense is a good offense.
Absolutely.
Ooh, number 16 with the S-dodge. Good shot there by 16.
Yeah, that's Ian Marsland with a great shot
Marsland
there. He's not able to get it across the line, but still, love the action. Uh-oh. Trouble there for Corner Canyon trying to clear it as well.
That was number 7, Dawson Anderson, on the outlet pass. Getting the ball over the field, midfield line. And Corner Canyon is back on offense. Well, Porter Wells is down. They're going to take an official's timeout to make sure he's okay. He's walking off the field under his own power, so it seems like he's all right. Number 21 subs on, Michael Wheatley.
Looks like Porter might have caught a little shot in his own wells there out on the field as he comes off on the sideline.
Just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter.
My apologies to the Wells family if they're watching. It does look like Porter's going to be all right.
It's Jacob Osborne now at the ball. The top of the box, sweeps across the top. Sharp ball movement from Corner as they throw it out of bounds. That was a little bit of an announcer jinx, I think.
Well, he was right on target. As you see, Corner Canyon gets Park City chasing the cookie, as I like to tell Dane all the time, trying to get after that ball a little too much. Luckily able to get the ball back, though, in possession.
Oh, and that pass was poorly thrown into the middle of the field. It's a turnover, and the Chargers are back on offense. Not really a numbers situation. Frankowiak was trying to push it, but oh, nice. Wow. That was a great cut by 7. Dawson Anderson.
Another goal for Dawson Anderson there. And you see Frankowiak. He is the rainmaker, if you will, for Corner Canyon. If he's not scoring the goal, he's getting the action started. Saw the miscommunication, the chaos there from Park City. Not able to get settled on defense. And anytime you give Corner Canyon just that slight sliver, they're going to take advantage. And we are really seeing some talented goal scoring here from Corner Canyon early.
Lining up at the face-off X is Dylan McGuire for Park City and number 26, Easton Danes for the Chargers. And McGuire wins it to himself out in front, but the ball is loose. It's picked up by number 5. Trip Hopkins. Oh, and a great effort there by Frankowiak. The diving stick check knocks the ball loose. And I think They're going to take a timeout. Yeah, they called a timeout as the LSM, the long stick mini, was kind of walking the tightrope, kind of just a possession timeout. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back from the timeout. The ball is starting just on the other side of the Chargers' offensive side of the field. Frankowiak starting on the 45-yard line. We have Blake Byers and number 17 holding off Frankowiak, but they clear the ball over the midfield line. It's now behind with Jacob Osborne. That was a good timeout by the Chargers to secure the possession. Frankowiak now up top. He's going to sweep across to his left, going down the far side of the field. The Chargers, like they've been all day, trying to find a matchup they like, being very patient. That's Miramoto. Now the ball's behind. Frankowiak over to number 4, Porter Wells. Corner just spinning the rock. Ooh, shot there. I think that was Miramoto with the shot. Oh, 23, sorry, Frankowiak with the shot.
Misplay the ball there from Park City has them in trouble.
Ooh. And a turnover on the clear leads to a quick goal by Jacob Osborne.
Again, we talk about it, like the basic fundamental stuff is so important here. Trying to get your clears, making sure you maintain obtain possession. You see on that occasion, Park City long stick just trying to make a play. Fortunately, makes it for Frankowiak, and Frankowiak finds the open man for the goal. And really, Corner Canyon jumping out to a 6-0 lead. Bit of a surprise here for me, Scott. I don't know about you. Thought this was going to be a little bit closer, but we'll see how Park City handles this adversity.
Well, I think it's going to start at the faceoff X. Corner Canyon's been doing a pretty good job.
We talked about how Park City traditionally wins those faceoffs. You see, just struggling to get the ball.
So another possession for Corner with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. The ball's in the stick of Frankowiak. And oh wow, another shot and goal. That was number 21. Michael Wheatley with the finish. The sophomore. Goal scorer number 21, Michael Wheatley. So that'll be 7-0 with 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dylan McGuire taking the face-off for Park City. I think that's number 55 for Corner Canyon. Seth Carlson taking the face-off. Ball scooped up by number 29, Tanner Crosby. He throws it up and over to Reese Smith. Reese looking for some help coming out of the box. They sub on some of their offensive players. He moves it down to Byers.
I see Park City content to really work this last bit of clock and try and get a good shot out of this possession. Haven't had the ball a lot.
Chase Byer with the shot. It's backed up by number 4, Beckett Wolf. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with Corner Canyon 7, Park City 0. Thank you for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back. Okay, we're back to start the second quarter. Thank you for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. I'm Scott Kellner in the booth along with Brian Brown. We're here at Dozier Field. It's a beautiful Thursday night watching the Corner Canyon Chargers take on the Park City Miners. I haven't brought this up yet, but I am a Park City alum.
I was about to say it, Scott. We're here at the home of the great Scott Kellner.
So it is fun to be back here calling this game with these two great teams. Oh, a nice interception there by Beyer and finish. Beautiful. So Park City gets on the board. And Byers gets that one past number 10, Mitchell Feppin.
Much better start for Park City here in the second quarter as they get the early goal there, taking advantage of a critical Corner Canyon mistake, and just proud of that young man for not missing the open goal for one, because that's one of those fumbles that I definitely would have made, but also great job, great response by Park City. They must have heard us talking about you being an alum, wanted to make you proud there. Great job.
Dylan McGuire taking the face-off for Park City, and number 26 for the Chargers. Like Easton Danes, and Park City wins the face-off. Ball's loose. That's number 4, Beckett Wolf, trying to save it from going out of bounds. He does. Number 1, Reese Smith has defenders all over him. And they knocked the ball loose, but it was off of Corner Canyon, so it's going to stay Miner's ball. That's number 17, Riley Mulholland. Guarded by number 12, William Perry.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Park City on offense yet. Still trying to gauge exactly how they want to attack this Corner Canyon defense.
They've got a lot of goal scorers on this Park City team. I'd like to see some of them get more involved. That was a good save there by number 10, Mitchell Fippen.
Like what I saw there from Jack Ronan. One-on-one with the defender, does a good job. Just a little late on the goal.
Ooh.
On the shot there. As you see, Corner Canyon gets another shot on goal.
That was number 19, Jack Baird, and you actually brought up Jack earlier at the start of the first quarter, how he loves to go in transition and push it, and we just saw him do that there. And that shot was loose. It's picked up by number 3, Trey Beichner. And Trey is running it. He's going coast to coast. Nope, he passes it down to the attackman. Shot there by 17. That was nice. That was Riley Mulholland with the shot.
Love the effort by Mulholland. Just a little bit high, but we're seeing Park City settle in a little bit now, operate the offense, move the ball around. Much better effort from them.
That's Beyer coming around the crease, moving the ball up top. Now on the stick with number 16, Ian Marsland. Marsland's going to come down the near side. Bad pass by Marsland. It might have been a good check by number 2. Either way, Park City throws the ball out of bounds, and the Chargers will have to clear it.
One of those just misfortunes, plays of misfortune. The ball kind of goes.
Kind of a lot of mistakes from Park City, I feel like, so far in this first half.
They're playing with a little bit of nerves. It's a big opponent, Corner Canyon. This is a proud program with a great history, and especially with that kind of start, that's not how they wanted things to go early on. But love the response here from Park City.
Chargers now back on offense. That's Frankowiak with the ball. Gets underneath. Ooh, good shot there by Frankowiak. It's backed up by number 24, Carlos Becerra.
You really do have to keep all eyes on Frankowiak at all times.
He always touches the ball. The corner definitely tries to make sure that they get the ball in his stick, which makes sense because he's a great dodger and he's a great playmaker. He can make plays for himself. He can make plays for his teammates. Little ball fake there. Tries to get underneath. Good defense by number 7. And there's a flag down. So this will be a free possession for Corner Canyon. If a flag is thrown and there's a change of possession, the team will retain possession and get an extra man-up opportunity. That's Marimoto with the shot. And Park City will pick up the ball, so they'll blow the play dead. And Park City will sub on their man-down team. Corner Canyon will sub on their man-up team. We'll get a first look at the Chargers man-up team.
Yeah, a couple nice saves there from A.J. Silyanov as he's a little bit of a rocky start, but picked things up. And you're seeing that Park City defense play much more cohesively, trying to stay in their shoes a little bit more, not chase that cookie so much. Really important because Corner Canyon can really beat you around the corner.
Oh, drop pass there, but it's picked back up by number 60, Braden Larson. It's Miramoto behind the goal. Now Frankowiak with the shot off the defender's leg, and they run for the sideline. They're going to call it Chargers ball. Great effort there by number 12, though, for Park City. Gavin Beichner.
It really was.
Running for that sideline.
You see the crowd's reaction. They don't agree with the call. I'll stay neutral in this one, but love the effort there from Park City trying to get to the ball.
And that penalty was released, so the Chargers, or excuse me, Park City is back at full strength. This is number 4 behind the goal now, Porter Wells, with a shorty-on-shorty matchup. Porter looks, oh, nice. Looks to Frankowiak, weak side. Great handle there by Frankowiak, and a better look there by Porter Wells.
Good to see Porter Wells back on the field. You see him there with a nice little give and go. Frankowiak in front of the net. That's just a tall task for anybody.
Yeah.
Even me at 6'3", he had me clicking in my shoes. Great job by Corner Canyon. You see the execution on point tonight for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers definitely executing well on offense, on defense, and on rides and clears in the middle of the field too. As McGuire wins the clamp, ball's loose. It's scooped up by 45. It's knocked loose again. The ground ball ensues on the far side of the field, right along the sideline. They're going to call a loose ball push on corner, so it's going to be Park City ball. It's in the stick of number 4, Beckett Wolf. Beckett's looking towards the box for some of his middies subbing on. That's number 6, Jack Ronan. Jack, one of the leading goal scorers for this Park City team. 48 goals on the season. Now behind is Byer. Cradling with his left. Moves it up top. This is number 16, Ian Marsland. Back down to Byer. Park City doing a good job moving the ball.
You like seeing that energy from Park City. Just keep moving. Keep trying to find space.
And number 16, Ian Marsland, got around his defender and had a good look at the goal, but it was just a little bit wide. But Park City backs it up, so it's going to stay Miners' ball. It's with Beckett Wolf now.
Yeah, nice shot there, though, nevertheless, from Park City.
They got to find ways to generate some more shots. So Marsland got one there. Now this is Ronan. Shot by Ronan. Back with Marsland. Now up top. This is a good offensive possession so far for Park City. Generating shots, attacking the goal. We were talking, Brian, that this isn't a particularly complicated game. Somebody's got to dodge, beat a man, draw a slide, and then pass, dodge again. Park City's doing a good job of doing that so far. This is Mulholland. Another good look. Byer with the ball fake. Woo! Nice. Uses the ball fake to create some separation and rips that one. Top right corner. Nice shot and finish there by Byer.
Well, spot on, Scott. It's a great fake, and it's an even better shot. I apologize for any viewers over there that were a little surprised. He had some real heat on that one. Great goal, great shot, great execution. Love seeing the Miners maintain that possession over and over and over again. Big change from the second, from what we saw in the first quarter.
Yeah. That's Dylan McGuire lining up at the faceoff X against number 26, Easton Danes. Easton scoops up the loose ball. Throws it down to Jacob Osborne.
See, a lot of high school teams that like to attack the net right off the bat off of faceoff. Corner Canyon very content to just get into the offense.
Ooh,
see why.
That was a shot there by Jacob Osborne.
Yes, it was. A lot of good shots, a lot of strong shooters, both sides here.
Frankowiak behind the goal. Pass was a little high. And that's going to be an over and back call. Just like in basketball, the ball can't travel across the midfield line. It will be a change of possession. And that's number 4 for Park City, Beckett Wolf. Another high pass. Oh, nice ground ball there. That's Baird. Ooh.
We talked about it at the very beginning of the broadcast. Baird likes to take those balls and try and go at the net. Really tough to get a good shot on goal with that long stick, but he's not afraid to shoot it. And again, seeing the mistakes leading to opportunities. It's been a huge issue for Park City in the first quarter, not so much in the second. See how they're able to cut down on those here.
Frankowiak looks across to the weak side. That was number 4, Porter Wells with the shot. Great look across to the weak side by Frankowiak.
Yeah, it was, but also a great job there by Garrett Herbert on defense for Park City, cutting off Frankowiak. Normally he likes to take that shot on his own. Not afraid to distribute either.
Ooh, that was off the ankle of number 1, Reese Smith. Stays Chargers ball. Frankowiak again. Moves it up to Wells. Corner doing a good job of staying in attack mode. Oh, that pass is going to go out of bounds. That pass was intended for Porter Wells. It was a little bit high and in front, and it goes out of bounds right by the box. It's going to get picked up by Ian Marsland for Park City.
A great opportunity for Park City here to get possession back, maybe get another shot on goal.
Marsland trying to get underneath. He does, but the slide comes from Baird. Oh, nice look up into the middle to Byer. Beautiful. Way to, unsettled situation. The defense didn't really have time to properly match up. Marsland did a good job of trying to get underneath, forcing somebody to slide over from the weak side, freeing up Byer in the middle. Byer able to make one more move to get his hands free and get the shot off. Nice move by Byer.
Great shot. It's a great job by that Park City offense. Finding the opportunities, drawing the defense out, creating that space. I think that's one thing that I love about watching lacrosse games. How do you create your space? And you see Park City there just being tough, being aggressive, that internal competitiveness as they climb back into this game.
McGuire with a nice face-off win. Wins it to himself. He's going to run it behind down to GLE. He's going to go one-on-one against Danes. Shorty-on-shorty matchup behind the goal. Oh, and a shot by McGuire is off the pipe. So the ball's loose near the far sideline, but corner is going to take it over the midfield lines. Shot there by number 3. Great save by Silanoff. Wow, that was number 3 for corner with the shot, Benjamin Brand. And Silanoff with a great save. Park City's coming back fast the other way. Looking down to Byer. Wow. Byer with 2 Chargers on him. Rises up and shoots over both of them. Gets that one past the keeper.
Well, if you're a Park City fan, you love to see it, right? The great defense, got the stop on the goal, the outlet pass, and then you see Byer playing with confidence and momentum right now. He's having a great time, and it's probably because he's scoring goals all over the place. Just a phenomenal shot, and Park City grabbing that momentum and just catapulting themselves back into this game.
Just 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. Park City scored all 4 goals so far this quarter. And they're going to get another face-off win. That's number 5 with the ground ball, Trip Hopkins. Trip is one of the leading ground ball men for this Miners team. And the Miners are going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. Thank you for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind on the Rewind Sports Network. Okay, coming out of the Miners timeout, Chase Byer with all 4 goals for the Miners in this second quarter. The score is 4-8. It's been an exciting second quarter with the Miners clawing themselves back into this game. Playing with some juice, I feel like. Brian.
A lot of electricity. Great crowd tonight. You see Park City in the dress whites, Corner Canyon in the grays. Exciting turn of events here in the second quarter.
Here's Byer behind the goal. The pass was high, intended for number 17, Riley Mulholland. And that's going to be an over and back on Park City. So it'll be Chargers ball. Where is it? It's with number 4. Porter Wells. He's already moved it. He moved it over to Ashton Free. Now Frankowiak. That pass was low for Porter. They're going to call a loose ball push on Park City, so it's going to stay Chargers ball.
Some uncharacteristic mistakes here for Corner Canyon later in the second quarter. It's allowed Park City to really capitalize, get back into it, and playing with momentum now.
Chargers moving the ball across the top. This is number 1, Jacob Osborne. Looks down to Carlos Becerra. And Park City's going to call a timeout. Waiting for a little clarification from the officials. There was a whistle, but we're not sure. It's going to stay Corner Canyon ball? I'm not sure. Maybe he must have stepped out of bounds. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Park City called a timeout, and they did not have one. So that's a turnover, essentially, a change of possession. It's going to be Corner Canyon ball. It's going to start right there at the 40-yard line, 35-yard line. It's helpful when lacrosse is played on a football field. Gives me, I can easier to tell people where the ball is.
As much as the sport has grown, it's becoming more and more common, right?
Yeah. We were back when, before the sport was sanctioned, back when it was just a club sport, we had to fight to just be allowed to play on Dozier Field. And now basically every high school field in the state is lined for multiple sports. Happy to see the game is growing and being more accepted from different athletic programs. Corner Canyon is man up. But that was a shot by Corner Canyon. It was backed up by Park City. So Park City now on the clear. Park City had a tough time clearing the ball so far today. They've been playing with more juice this second quarter. Let's see how they do on this clear. That's number 7. Garrett Herbert throws it up to his teammate, number 12, Gavin Beichner, but it's taken away by the Chargers. And now Frank Kobiak's coming down the field. Looks across to number 60, Braden Larson. So another failed clear from Park City turns into an opportunity for the Chargers, and they capitalize on it.
A tough situation. A long stick defender on this side of the field gets the ball knocked away. Corner Canyon, great awareness. Jump on that. Flip the possession going the other way. Draws the defender on. Just 2-on-1 there. Tough situation there for our guy number 7. Garrett Herbert does a great job trying to stop the ball. Even better job by Corner Canyon to find the open man and get the goal here as they finally get a goal here in the second quarter, 9-4.
Dylan McGuire taking the face-off for Park City. And number 26, Easton Danes for Corner Canyon. Danes comes up with it, and the Chargers are going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. Thank you for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. And we're back after the Chargers timeout. The ball is starting at the midfield line. Now the stick of Jake Osborne back to Porter Wells. Only 17 seconds on the game clock. And the Chargers are going to turn it over. So it's Garrett Herbert. With not a lot of time, tries to advance the ball up to number 1, Reese Smith. Good handle by Reese, but a better takeaway there by Baird. Last minute shot and save by Silanoff. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Corner Canyon 9, Park City 4. Thank you for tuning in to the KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll be back at the start of the second half. And we're back to start the second half. This is the KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. I'm Scott Kellner. In the booth with me is Brian Brown. And how was that first half for you, Brian?
Had a great time, Scott. Great to work with you. Great being up here at Park City, your former alma mater, and a great game unfolding in front of our eyes. Can't be beat.
It's a beautiful night here on Dozier Field as Dylan McGuire wins the opening faceoff of the second half. We'll get to see Park City subbing on some of their offensive players. That's number 6, Jack Ronan, carrying the ball, guarded by number 9, Sam Broman. Park City did a good job of fighting back in the second quarter. All 4 goals, though, were scored by Chase Byer. We're going to need to see some more participation from some of these other guys on this Park City team that can put up points if Park City wants to really get back in this game.
Well, usually it's buyer beware, but in this case it's beware of buyer because he's been a dominant force for Park City. You see, we got a little bit of a whistle there. Not exactly sure what the call was.
There's a flag
there
down.
On the far side, yeah, I see that.
I think they called a slash as we just reviewed hand signals during halftime.
When you've got a Neanderthal in the booth like me, take some time to learn all these, relearn, I should say, all these signals. But, again, great opportunity here now for Park City, right? Man up to try and get another goal. Continue that momentum that they snagged in the second quarter.
That penalty was on number 3, Benjamin Brand. So Park City will be man up. That's number 17. Riley Mulholland, now number 16. Oh, back to Mulholland. Byer now coming from behind the goal. Park City doing a good job of working the ball, trying to find the seam. That's Mulholland with the shot. Boom. Gets that past number 10. Mitchell Fippen.
Well, we talk about the announcer's jinx, right? You had it right there. Park City working that ball around, working it. Mulholland finally gets a shot and throws a rocket right through the back of the net. Continuing that momentum. Lacrosse is such a game of momentum. We talk about face-offs, tacks, all those kinds of things, and you're seeing Park City just fighting back and grabbing a hold of it. You love to see that kind of competition.
And we're talking about if Park City wants to get back in this game, they need to see participation from some of these other offensive players like Mulholland. So it's a positive sign for Park City going forward as McGuire wins another faceoff. Park City, a very strong faceoff team, but is a little bit stymied without the presence of Jack McHenry, their starting faceoff specialist, one of the best faceoff guys in the state. Reese Smith flips it up over to number 16. Ian Marsland. Buyer beware. That was a good one, Brian.
Try to get at least one of those in on the broadcast.
Oh, nice.
You see right there. Holy cow.
That's Mulholland again.
You said it, Scott. They need to have other people step right. It can't just be Buyer. And you're seeing right there, right in front of our eyes, what you're seeing is Ian Marsland stepping up. 2 goals back to back. Great job. Focus, concentration. Gets the goal. Falls to the ground, and it never hurts that bad when you get the score, right?
No. And the goals remove all pain.
Such chicks dig scars anyways,
Chicks
right?
dig scars. And goals.
Very important. Just what a job by Park City fighting back into this one, though. You do not see this happen very often against a mentally tough, talented defensive team like Corner Canyon.
McGuire wins the clamp but the ball's loose. It is picked up by McGuire. He's got Chargers all over him. He's trying to find some space, and he does. Flips it up to number 5, Trip Hopkins. Looking to sub on some of their offensive players. Marsland comes out of the box. Wade Birch comes out of the box. Here's Birch. Birch, the freshman, getting some playing time in this big game against Corner Canyon. It's Marsland going down the far side. Rolls back. Passes it up to Byer. That pass was off of Mulholland's stick. It goes out of bounds, so it'll be Chargers' ball. The Chargers have done a really good job clearing the ball today, in contrast to Park City's struggles clearing the ball, and they make an easy job of clearing it there.
Such an advantage to be able to make those clears cleanly, without mistakes. Allows you to get in, attack immediately, get into the flow of your offense.
Our old coach at Westminster used to say 10 for 10. You should be able to clear the ball 10 out of 10 times because you have an extra guy with the goalie. So having that extra man, you should really be able to clear the ball. This is Frankowiak. Oh, that's off the stick of Wells. That's going to be, oh, but it was tipped. So it's going to be Park City ball. It's in the stick of Byers. Ooh, throws it down to number 4. That was a great save by Fippen. That was a shot by Beckett Wolf. Byer with the great look down the field to Wolf.
They found Wolf all alone. They're just not able to connect. But Park City's got something going here. A lot of effort, a lot of energy happening.
That was a shot by Mulholland, saved by Fippen. Baird now with the clear, the outlet pass up to the middle of the field. That was number 15 with the catch. Trevor Ogden. And great effort there by A.J. Silanoff, the keeper for Park City, to try to get that inline ball, but it's going to be Chargers ball. Frankowiak steps onto the field. Down in the bottom right corner of your screen. Moves it to X. Looking, this is number 7 coming out of the box. Dawson Anderson. Muramoto is going to take Thomas Davis behind the goal. Shorty on shorty matchup behind the goal. Muramoto goes around to his right. Finds Frankowiak again. Beautiful. That exact same play happened. It must have been last quarter. It must have been the second quarter because they were on the other side of the field. But beautiful job by Muramoto coming around the right side. Finds Frankowiak on the weak side. Frankowiak just so good at cutting off ball, moving off ball, finding that stain, doing a really, puts his stick up as a great target. Really good job of putting his stick in that passing lane, making it easy for Muramoto.
For the young players watching or the new enthusiast, he does a lot of the little things so well, and that's part of the reason why he does everything so well, whether it's passing, cutting to the goal, all the above. Just a really talented lacrosse player.
Part of the reason why he was recruited by Utah and committed to Utah, because he does so many of the little things so well. As that ball is loose. Ooh, that was a big hit on number 5. Chargers are running it down the throat of Park City. Boom. Nice. That was number 1. Jacob Osborne just running through the teeth of the defense in an unsettled situation.
Well, it's been a long time since we'd heard anything on the offensive side of the field for Corner Canyon. You can see why it's so critical that you maintain possession, because this offense can be so explosive. Hadn't had a couple goals for a minute there. 2 quick ones for Corner Canyon and just an absolute rocket shot there.
I wish I was keeping better track, Brian, but so many of Corner's goals have been off of Park City turnovers. They are doing such a good job of capitalizing on turnovers on the right, just forcing turnovers and then running the ball down the throat of the defense. It feels like it's probably 50-50, like settled 6-on-6 and then creating opportunities off of turnovers.
definitely settled in there in the second quarter, starting to see things even out a little bit, and Corner Canyon playing much more aggressively now. But look at Park City pursuing defense so far outside there.
This is number 1, Jacob Osborne. Up to number 5, Luke West now. Porter Wells throws it over to number 20, Kissa Muramoto. Muramoto with the beautiful assist to Frank Koviak a moment ago. He's going to go behind again. Little ball fake, tries to go around. Oh, they send the slide hard that time, and they jar the ball loose. Silanoff trying to fight for it. It's number 12 now with Chargers all over him. Again, just the Chargers just fighting so hard on offense. Just the ride. The attack from the attack on the ride is just really challenging for Park City, I feel like.
Yeah, one of my favorites, Coach Razor at Woods Cross, talks about internal competitiveness. Saw a lot of it right there from the Chargers, fighting to get that ball. But you're seeing a much improved effort from Park City as they're starting to figure out what Corner Canyon wants to do behind there in the X position.
Ball's loose. That pass was off the stick of Porter Wells, and it's going to be off of the Chargers, so Park City will have a chance to clear. We were talking about some of Park City's struggles clearing the ball. Really, let's see what happens here.
Well, you talked about it, Scott, right there. You know, very difficult for those long poles to get all the way up the field without some kind of action. You see, trying to be a little bit more physical there, but just really, really difficult for them to clear the ball if there's not a shorter stick coming to get it from the long poles. And you see, that's been something that really has plagued Park City all game long, is that inability to clear, and it's allowed Corner Canyon to build that lead. You know, I think with a couple of different outcomes on some of those clears, maybe it isn't a 5-goal lead here, but again, one of those things that you just always want to be aware of and be working towards if you're a young player. Go back and help your long poles.
Got to work back to the ball. If you're a midi, you got to work back to the ball and help your defenders clear. So Corner Canyon on offense now. Frank Koviak at the top of the box. He's going to go to his left. Good defense there by number 5. Well, Porter Wells with the fancy spin move and the shot. I think that was off the pipe or off of Silanoff. Muramoto now tries to look weak side again. It was tipped. It was off of Park City, so it's going to stay Chargers ball. This is Porter Wells, guarded by number 5, Trip Hopkins. Number 7 now, Dawson Anderson. With the shot backed up by Muramoto. Four minutes and 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Muramoto with a shorty matchup. Gives it up to Frank Koviak. Frank Koviak's going to go around the far side. Looks across to Wells. Nice shot and a nice save by Silanoff. There's a shorty coming back to the ball. Oh, they basically throw a Gilman. And the Chargers pick it off. Tic-tac-toe in transition. Boom. That was number 5, Luke West.
We talked about it, Scott. You've got to clear that ball, right? And kind of a weird scenario there is you see the goalie actually picks off the long pole pass. Again, Park City just gets left with not enough men to defend. Can't leave your goalie one-on-one in those situations. Great job there by Corner Canyon's Luke West to get the shot on goal and the score. And again, Corner Canyon just building that lead back out again now, 12-6. Park City, you've got to get the ball, got to get that possession, try and keep it away from that Corner Canyon offense. Let your defense recover a little bit.
That's a good point, Brian. Park City's been playing a lot of defense this game. I'm sure those guys are tired.
Yeah, it's a mental and a physical fatigue, right? See, goal after goal after goal. You want to try and collect yourself a little bit.
This is number 5, Luke West. Looking for some of his players coming out of the box. Michael Wheatley coming out of the box. And number 24, Carlos Becerra. Ball's in the stick of Frankowiak. He's going to throw it over to Becerra. Now Brock Sorensen.
See Corner really working the ball around, trying to keep that Park City defense moving.
Becerra loses the handle, but picks it back up. Throws the ball behind. Working around the far side. It's up top with Frankowiak. Frankowiak's going to go down the far side. Sets his feet. Shot. Goes wide of the cage. It's backed up by Jacob Osborne. Jacob Osborne guarded by number 38 for Park City. Oh, nice takeaway there. Ball's loose. Picked up by Reese Smith. Nice ground ball by Reese. He throws it over to number 7, Garrett Herbert. Leg it, Reese. There you go.
Seeing Park City doing a good job of getting the ball to your playmakers, right? The guys who can make something happen, getting that clear. And now you're catching Corner Canyon with a little bit of discombobulation over here on the defensive side as you get the line change as well.
Number 16 for Park City, Ian Marsland. And now Mulholland, who's got 2 goals on the day, throws it down to number 4, Beckett Wolf. Park City's ball movement, very crisp. Moving the ball very fast. Good look down. Ooh, nice. That was number 16. Ian Marsland with the finish. Gets it past Fippen.
Well, as if it was on cue, Scott. You talk about ball movement and the crispness. It was pass after pass after pass, looking for that open space. And then you see the shot on goal. Park City executing at a much higher level here, both in the second quarter and the second half overall on offense. Just need to cut down on the miscues and make sure they get those clears. Should be able to fight back into this one. And meanwhile, Corner Canyon, known for being a defensive team, allowing a lot of shots on goal, a lot of close shots. Interesting to see what they do to maybe counter that here as we work into the fourth quarter.
Oh, Dylan McGuire wins the faceoff. Throws it over to number 32, Thomas Davis. As Park City subs on some of their offensive players. That's Jack Ronan, number 6. Marsland subs on. And Mulholland. Wade Birch will be the last midi coming out of the box as Mulholland looks behind. It's Beckett Wolf, guarded by number 51, Zach Harden. Beckett needs an outlet. Ooh, nice. That was a great look to Jack Ronan. But the shot goes over the goal, backed up by Wolf again. So he'll go to his right. Buyer beware. Chase Buyer has the ball.
One of those guys you always want to keep an eye on when you're on defense. Done a great job of scoring the goal. Park City done a much better job of spreading the ball around, though, here in the second half.
Marsland with the rollback. Wraparound shot on his defender. And it's backed up by Park City, backed up by Buyer. Buyer calls for a screen. As time is winding down, Park City's got to get something up above the goal, and they do not. So that will be the end of the third quarter. Corner Canyon 12, Park City 7. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter. Thanks for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. With the KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network, I'm Scott Kellner. In the booth with me is Brian Brown. We're at Dozier Field on the Park City High School campus in Park City, Utah, watching the Corner Canyon Chargers take on the Park City Miners. It's been an exciting first three quarters. Park City has done a good job of clawing themselves back in this game. They have a lot more work to do with a 5-goal deficit, Brian.
They do, but better than the 6-goal deficit they put themselves in early on there in the first quarter. You see Park City starting off with possession. It was a big struggle for them early on, was just getting to be able to get in the offense.
This is number 4, Beckett Wolf, rolling back, looking up top. To number 16, Ian Marsland. Marsland tries to get underneath, throws it up to number 28 with the shot. That was Wade Birch, the freshman. But Fippen with the save. Now number 9, Sam Broman. Running at the length of the field. Dumps it down to his attackman. Frankowiak now. He's not wasting any time. Looks across to Osborne. Ooh, nice check there by number 5. Getting his stick on Osborne. Knocked the ball loose, but the Chargers pick it back up.
Great job by Trip Hopkins playing aggressively there. Corner Canyon able to maintain. Gets a shot there as well, but you love the effort from Park City playing aggressively.
Muramoto behind the goal. Oh, sorry. That's Braden Larson. The 6 looked like a 2 for a second. It's kind of like an upside down 2, maybe. I don't know.
There you got Muramoto.
Reverse 2.
Kyson behind goal there. Been really good all game long, being the facilitator back there. He and Frankowiak both.
Ooh. Frankowiak rolls back, draws a slide. Great job moving the ball after drawing the slide. They didn't get a look out of it, but Frankowiak's so good at drawing the slide and moving the ball. The leading point scorer and assist leader for this Chargers team. 50 points on the season, 39 assists. He's tacked on a couple more today as number 7 takes a shot. That's Dawson Anderson.
Anderson had a couple goals early on. Haven't heard from him much lately. Park City amped up the defensive pressure, done a much better job here in the last few quarters. Still struggling to get those clears.
Number 5, Trip Hopkins carries it over the midfield line, but there's a flag down. I think the penalty will be on Corner Canyon. So Park City will have an extra man up opportunity. Dylan McGuire comes on the field. The ball's going to start. So the penalty was tripping on Jacob Osborne. They scored on their last man-up possession. We'll see if they can score on this one. Oh, nice spire. Pretty. Found the soft spot in the defense. That was a nice rip from 10 yards. That's a tough save for Fippen.
It is a tough save, and we talked about it all broadcast long. When you get those close goal opportunities, you have to capitalize. Park City done a great job all game long. Haven't had a lot of man-up opportunities. Found the crease there. Found some space there. Gets the ball in the back of the net. And that draws that Corner Canyon lead to just 4 goals, Scott, with 9 minutes left. And for Park City, just an opportunity to get a little bit of momentum after they were slipping a little bit there.
Dylan McGuire wins the faceoff, keeping that momentum going, but bad pass to Reese Smith. The ball's going to go out of bounds. The attack runs back in position to try to force Corner Canyon to run the clear through their goalie and through their close defenders, although number 7, Dawson Anderson, gets wide open in the middle of the field. Good effort, though, by Park City. Ball's loose again. Oh, and they're going to call a timeout, a possession timeout. We're back after the Park City timeout. The ball is starting with Chase Byer up at the 40-yard line. Chase is going to go down the near side of the field. Great job by Gavin Beichner for Park City on that last play, giving Park City the opportunity for this offensive possession. And that pass is tipped and goes out of bounds, so it'll stay Miner's ball. But Beichner definitely playing with a lot of physicality and a chip on his shoulder.
I love highlighting that internal competitiveness in these games. Those guys that take that extra effort, go the extra mile, whatever cliche you can throw in there and try and make something happen. And you see leads to possession here for Park City as they look to close that 12-8 gap.
This is Marsland. Mulholland now down to Byer, tries to get underneath. Good defense there by number 6, Lincoln Hanks. Park City doing a really good job moving the ball. Ooh, nice. Mulholland with the shot. Byer drew an adjacent slide, dropped it down to Mulholland. Mulholland kind of like slipped that pick and lost his defender, so good heads-up play there by Byer. Pick and roll again. Shot by Mulholland, backed up by Park City. Good effort by Fippen trying to get there. The referee is pointing towards the Chargers bench. I'm not sure. Play will resume. That's Ronan behind the goal.
Seen Corner Canyon really upping the defensive intensity there, trying to pressure Park City, create some sort of activity there.
Oh. Ronan split the defenders but lost the ball. It's picked back up by Park City, though. Good look across to Mulholland. Oh, and a great save by Fippen. Wow. Mulholland had a good look, but Fippen was all over it.
Had the fake and the look. And like you said, Scott, Fippen with the phenomenal save. And that's leading to a Corner Canyon possession here. Let's see what the Chargers can do. They get the ball in the hands of their playmaker, Frankowiak.
Chargers subbing on their offensive middies. That's Dawson Anderson coming on from the box. Muramoto now on the far side. That's behind with Frankowiak. Now behind Muramoto. Get a pick from Anderson. Looks down to Wells. Couldn't get the shot off. Ball is knocked loose and still Chargers ball.
Yeah, great job defensively there by Park City to get sticks on sticks and knock that one loose. Corner Canyon not as active on the offensive end as we've seen in past possessions. A little stagnant here, but they got the ball in the hands of Blake Frankowiak. We'll see what happens.
Muramoto with the shot. Pulled that one a little bit. Just wide of the goal. Got to shoot that overhand. Muramoto, I swear, if he shot that overhand, he wouldn't have pulled that. Wouldn't have pulled that sidearm shot like that.
You can see the body language a little bit that he probably wished he could have that one back. But Corner Canyon maintains the possession here. We've seen they've been pretty lethal in these opportunities.
Oh, really early slide. Oh, was that off of Selenov? I think that was off his foot. Oh, they're going to say Park City stepped out of bounds. Those blue lines are a little bit hard to see in the end zone.
It was a great job defensively by Park City, just not able to avoid the blue line. You see the official right there on the spot, able to make the call. For Corner Canyon, one more chance.
Ooh, that hit a defender. The shot by Wells hit a defender, and we're going the other way with Trey Beichner. Nice clear there by Park City. As Marsland comes on the field. Oh, there's a turnover. Almost a turnover. Ball's loose. Picked up by Marsland.
Great job there by the Corner Canyon defense. 2-on-1 there. Getting 6-on-6. Able to dislodge it, but Park City maintains possession as they try to attack again.
Wade Birch down the alley, draws the slide. Oh, that was a great job by Baird getting his stick on that and saving it and throwing it to his goalie, Fippen. That was a great play by Baird. Wow.
Baird, one of the best defense players in the state. You can see why there. It's stick work, it's aggression, it's footwork, it's all that technical stuff. Does a great job.
And we're back after the Chargers timeout. The score is Chargers 12, Park City 8. The Chargers taking the timeout just to secure the possession. The ball is going to start on the far side of the field with Frankowiak, who's had an outstanding day. I think 5 goals on the day for Frankowiak. As he throws it up to Porter Wells. Park City needs to be aggressive on defense and try to force a turnover with only 3 minutes left in this game to overcome a 4-goal deficit.
Not entirely out of reach, but again, like you said, Scott, have to be aggressive.
Ooh.
Oh.
Frankowiak with, I don't want to call it the dagger, but that was a big time play by Frankowiak, sort of an exclamation point on what has already been an outstanding day for number 23.
It has been an outstanding day, and you can see why on that goal. Just an absolute dagger into the back of the net. Brings so much heat, so much athleticism on those shots, but it's the accuracy that really separates him as one of the elite players in the state. Goes top shelf, gives Corner Canyon that 5-goal lead with under 3 minutes left, and it's not out of the realm of possibility for Park City to come back.
No.
But they're going to have to really fight, be aggressive, and execute to even this one up.
Park City, a great team at creating fast breaks off of the face-off as Park City wins this face-off. It's in the stick of number 5, Trip Hopkins. Looking for some help. Trip runs it behind the goal.
There's a flag down here on the near side of the field at the 36-yard line.
It's number 4, Beckett Wolf. Oh, tries to flip it up to Beyer. But when there is a flag down, it's a free possession. So the change, a turnover or the change of possession will let Park City bring on their man-up team. Which Park City has been fairly effective at scoring on man-up today. They've scored on their last 2 extra man opportunities.
Yeah, by my math, they're 2 for 2 today on man-up opportunities, but I wouldn't trust that math, Scott, especially not if you're a school teacher. You usually end up with 2 cookies that look more like 12.
Oh, and that was Mulholland trying to throw the skip pass down to Beckett Wolf, and it's picked off by Baird. Baird, who likes to push it in transition, will probably try to pull it out and eat some clock here, and that's exactly what he does. Looking for some help from a shorty. He finds it in Frankowiak. Frankowiak's going to run it behind and try to eat up as much clock as possible with 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
See the great stick work there by Baird. Why he's considered one of the best D pulls in the state. Able to advance, able to keep the ball away. Probably wanted to get a shot on goal there, but does the smart thing, pulls pulls the ball out and gets it to Frankowiak to milk this possession out.
Oh. I'm not totally sure what the call was, but Frankowiak was pushed. The ball is knocked loose. It's going to stay a Chargers ball. He's doubled behind the goal. Silanoff was ready to come out. They were going to pull the goalie to help double Frankowiak. Silanoff now out of the goal. They're going to double the ball. That's Muramoto. Silanoff back in the cage. There was a shot. Oh, that was number 3, Trey Beichner, trying to throw the ball up to the attack, but is picked off by the Chargers, and they're going to be back on offense with only 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And just a reminder, the game clock not always reflected well on our score bug, unfortunately. But with less than 30 seconds to go, I think Corner Canyon will have this one comfortably in hand.
That was a shot by number 21, Connor Zaharis. And the Chargers are playing a game of keep away to eat up the remainder of the clock. Ball's back behind with Frankowiak. And Frankowiak will run up towards the midfield line to go celebrate with his teammates. The final score is Chargers 13, Miners 8. It was an exciting game, Brian. What are your thoughts overall on the game?
Well, you're right, Scott. It was a very exciting game. Corner Canyon jumped out early on, had that big 6-goal lead, felt like they were about to run away with things. Park City countered, did a great job of fighting and scrapping to get back into this one. Just not enough momentum there in the later parts of the game. Park City falls at home 13-8 to a very good, very talented visiting Corner Canyon team, and just a very impressive performance from the Chargers all around. Great effort. Great game. A lot of fun to watch two of the top programs in the state here compete.
I think this will be a rivalry that will continue, year after year. It's fun to watch both of these teams, and looking forward to watching them next year too.
Yeah,
well, that's
hopefully you and I can
do some more games
next year for that one too. Maybe make it a tradition. We'll try and box Dane out of a game or two next year if we can. He's wiry. Don't put it past him. He can sneak it around and box out.
From all of us at Dozier Field and the KSL Sports Rewind family, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm signing off. Scott Kellner along with Brian Brown. Thanks for tuning in to KSL Sports Rewind, Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network.